Hey everyone, in today's video I'm super excited to be using the Fujifilm X100V for a photo shoot. We're going to be doing a portrait photo shoot outdoors with natural light and some props as well, and I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts and experiences on using the X100V and also sharing with you guys some unedited, some straight out of the camera photos with some film emulations and also my final edits as well. Today's model is Sarah. Lydia has done her makeup and Dan is behind the camera filming. So in case you're wondering if this video looks a bit different, Dan is filming on his usual Sony a7S Mark II, and he's also using the Fujinon MK 18 to 55mm lens. So yeah, that's what he's filming on today. If it looks a little different, sharper, probably nicer colors and things like that, I would love to know what you guys think down in the comments below. But that's enough of me. We're gonna get started on shooting. I love it. I'm sure my shoots could be like this. So I'm doing a full body shot here. And I'm clicking, but the shutter is very, very silent. Yeah. The X100V is a crop frame camera with the Fujifilm renowned X-Trans sensor. Fujifilm have squeezed in an APS-C sensor into a small but ergonomic body, unlike a lot of other fixed lens or point-and-shoot cameras that use smaller sensors. Oh, that's cool, kind of like to the side there. Yeah, because you can see the roses better. That looks cool. It comes with a fixed lens, the 23mm f2, which on full frame is the equivalent to a 35mm f3.1. And if you guys have been on my channel for a while, you would know that the 35mm focal length is my favorite to work with for almost everything from portraits, wedding, travel, and daily life photos as well. And then can we try one if you have the flowers a bit closer up to your face for a close-up? Can you tilt them towards me? A couple of other things I wanted to mention about this camera is that it is 26 megapixels. It has a base ISO of 160 instead of 200 like the older versions. Speaking of older versions, I actually still have my original X100 from nearly 10 years ago, I think. And then I thought it would be nice to do like a movement shot, kind of like spinning or... Okay, yep. So maybe a little bit further out here. Yeah, that's perfect there. And you can even walk like towards me too, I think would be good. Fujifilm have the tele lens conversion adapters for the X100 range as well. If you'd like to see another video with me doing a photo shoot on the X100V plus the converter, please leave a comment down below as I'd love to try it out and show you guys. Perfect. I was like, yeah. I can't hear it. Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, I love it when all the movement just like comes together. Yeah. All right, and then let's do one with the picnic blanket. I thought like a laying down shot or something would be cool. Yep. Oh, it's got like full-on buckles. This is a high-end picnic blanket. Where's it from? Amazon. It's so cute. All right, it's a little bit tough to open. Oh, okay, that just comes off. So I feel like slightly under this tree branch would be cool. And then if you wanted to sit just here in the middle of the branches, classic. Oh, I love that. Oh, there's bindis everywhere in this park. Dan got a couple of close-up shots of the back of the camera where you can see how well IAF was working. I had it set to continuous autofocus with IAF on, and I also had a focus point that I would touch the screen to keep on Sarah's eyes or face. But honestly, the IAF was pretty powerful even when Sarah was walking towards the camera and moving around, so the extra focus point wasn't really needed. Those are really nice there. Alright, and then did you want to try one? Oh, that was a good one. Laying on your stomach as well. Yeah, so this is like a closer up portrait. Can you pull the roses back a little? By the way, speaking of the close-up shots of the camera, the screen on the X100V is absolutely beautiful. I really loved looking at it all day. In terms of the viewfinder, even though I didn't use it that much on the day, there are 3 options. It has an OLED electronic viewfinder, you can switch to the optical viewfinder, and there is also an option to use the dual finder, which is optical with a small electronic viewfinder in the lower right-hand corner, which is perfect for manual focusing as it also crops in.
And then do you want to try one if you like fully lay?
When I downloaded and started editing the photos on my computer, I found it a little hard to believe that these pictures came from a pro, but nonetheless a compact point-and-shoot camera with a fixed lens. I've included a bunch of unedited 100% crops as usual so you guys can see all the details. The photos are sharp and there is so much texture, skin detail, and overall great image quality.
And then I also wanted to try one laying on your back.
I'm getting some serious professional quality pro high-end vibes from these images, and I think to the average viewer, the only thing that gives it away that this is a compact camera is the lack of bokeh and depth of field that I normally like to make use of in my work.
I don't know if you wanted to kind of bring one arm up. I wonder if you can just tilt this back a little.
The color renditions straight out of the camera in the raw files were really easy to work with. To me, they were very slightly higher in contrast than what I'm normally used to editing, but overall, I didn't have any issues in Lightroom with them regardless. I decided to use my London Lightroom preset pack, which is a single preset for the time being, but I do have a free update coming for it next week, where I'll add a few more presets to it to turn it into a pack and have it be more versatile. I'll leave a link down below if you guys want to check it out. And speaking of updates, I also just updated the New York preset and turned it into a pack this week as well. So if you've purchased that before, make sure you go and download the new set for free.
And then I think we'll, oh, that's a nice tree, actually. Maybe we'll go to that tree for some more. This one, again, I was thinking we can kind of do like the pacing, movement, fun stuff. You can kind of go like from there, kind of around this area would be cool.
Yep. I had the X100V set to shoot in RAW plus JPEG for the entire photo shoot. I wanted the RAWs so I could do my own thing with them in Lightroom, but then with the JPEGs, I had a couple of film emulations set up for the entire day. I've included some examples throughout of Astia, Classic Negative, and also Classic Chrome, which are the 3 that I used. Having these film emulations built into the camera are a great option if you're using this as a second daily camera or a travel camera, and you want to have the convenience of shooting and posting your shots without having to go through the trouble of having a laptop with you to be able to edit the photos first. Don't forget, with Fujifilm cameras, you can use the RAWs in camera to process with their film emulations and export to JPEG to have a ready-to-go image that way as well. So if you're indecisive like me, this is also a fun option to have where you can choose later what emulation you want to go with. And now for the bokeh. You guys know me, I personally love shooting on a full frame camera with the 35mm focal length to get a nice balance between having my subject being the main focus of the photo and also being able to see more of my environment with a little bit of bokeh, but not as much as say an 85mm. I knew the X100V with the 23 f2 lens wasn't going to be a bokeh master in some scenarios, so I did a few things to help my subject stand out from the background. I dressed Sarah in a light colored dress and positioned her against a darker background at the beginning of the shoot. And I also brought along some props with vibrant patterns and colors instead of just having her lay on the grass to be able to create some color contrast in my shots. Towards the end of the shoot here, I picked a location where our background was a lot further away from my subject to try and capture more bokeh. In some of the close-up shots is where I was able to create the most background to foreground separation, and I really like what these shots look like.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot some photos in classic negative. I feel like it really suits the green location.
Overall, I really enjoyed using the X100V. It's such a beautiful camera and it was really fun to shoot with. It's really nice to find a camera that makes shooting simply a fun experience and makes you want to go out and take some photos just for yourself.
So we're gonna take a few more photos with classic chrome as well. So I'll do these like kind of landscape.
The small and lightweight size makes it a camera that a photographer like me, for example, can just keep in my bag when I'm going out for personal reasons and capture some photos if I see a moment for it.
Do you wanna do one with your knee, your elbow on your knee? You can kind of like, yeah. So that is all we have for today's photo shoot on the Fujifilm X100V. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching that and seeing all the photos. I would love to know which ones were your favorite photos down in the comments below. But yeah, I had so much fun shooting on this. I wish I could bring a tiny little compact camera with me every time I do a photo shoot. It was so handy and convenient and fun to use. If you enjoyed this video, I have a few other photo shoots that I've done on Fujifilm, and I'll leave a playlist link down below so you guys can watch some more Fuji stuff. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I make a new video every single week, so I'll see you all next time. Bye.